Welcome to Java FRM. Today we are going to see how to manually partition the virtual hard drive in Ubuntu 16.04 virtual machine. So first I am creating Ubuntu 16.04 virtual machine in VirtualBox 5.2. Here I am allocating 16 GB memory. Next I am going to create a dynamically allocated virtual hard drive of 160 GB size. Make sure that you have enough memory and hard disk space in your host operating system. So virtual machine is created. Right click settings. So I'm enabling my clipboard to this virtual machine. And I am going to allocate 6-core processor to this virtual machine. Make sure that you have enough cores to allocate. So in storage, I am selecting Ubuntu 16.04 update 4 desktop ISO file as the installation media. So network, I am selecting accordingly to my environment. So you can see virtual machine is created and all settings are done. So now I am going to start the virtual machine. Yes, you can see the installation screen here. Now I am going to install Ubuntu. So click continue. Here use installation type, select something else, so which will lead to custom partitioning of your hard disk. So here you can see the hard disk size 171.8 GB, that is 160 GB. So here I am going to create new partition table. So now I am adding the first partition, which is a primary partition, that is a root partition. So I am allocating 22 GB. So first mount point is a root mount point. So file system will be ext file system. So again some free space is there. So again I'm clicking the plus button. So now I am going to create /home. So here I am going to allocate 10 GB to this /home, and this will be the logical partition. So here the root will be the primary and others are logical partition. So again some free space is there. So again I am going to create /tmp, which is allocated 10 GB. So again some free space is there. Select the free space, click the plus button. So I'm going to create one partition. So this partition is /user. So I'm allocating 10 GB to /usr. So again some free space is there. I'm allocating 10 GB to /var mount point. So again I am selecting the free space, click the plus button. Now I am going to allocate 10 GB to /srv mount point. So slash SR mount point created. So again some free space is there. So now I'm going to allocate 25 GB, sorry 26 GB to slash OPT, because slash OPT here I'm going to use slash OPT as a third party installation software locations. So I'm allocating more space to slash OPT. So still some free space is there. So again I am allocating some 10 GB to slash USR slash local mount point. So all the file system for this mount point will be ext4 file system. So again some free space is there. So now I am going to allocate swap space. So swap space I am allocating 26 GB. So this will be the huge swap space. So in future I may be using memory hungry application. So I am creating a huge swap space of 26 GB. So swap space also created successfully. So still some space is there. So I am allocating my own mount point. So I am going to allocate around 27 GB to my own mount point. So that my mount point name is called slash software. So this will be a storage area for my third party applications, third party binaries. Yes, so mount point is created. So still some free space is there. So I am going to allocate all this remaining space to my own mount point slash log files. So all the spaces got allocated, and very important thing is I have not allocated slash boot directory. So the boot files will be automatically installed in slash root. So no need to worry about in the virtual machine. So since this is a virtual machine, you no need to worry about the boot file. So it will be automatically installed in slash, that is root directory. So everything is completed. Before you install, review the hard disk mount points. So I am continuing. So I am supplying the username and password. So now I am click the continue button. So now installation beginning. Installation was going. So once the installation was completed, we will review the each mount point one by one, whether it is partitioned correctly or not. So make sure that you have enough hard disk space in your host machine and have enough memory, and you have enough processor cores to allocate to this virtual machine. So this virtual machine can be used for a development. So Java development, PHP development, etc. So now you can see that Ubuntu 16.04 desktop edition was restarted. So now I am logging into this virtual machine. So now I have logged into the virtual machine successfully. So which means installation was successful. So now we will going to review the disk mount points one by one. So go to the file system. So you can right click each directory and you can see the free space. So slash home allocated correctly, slash log files also allocated correctly, slash opt this was also allocated correctly, slash softwares this was also allocated correctly, slash srv so this is also allocated correctly, slash usr so this was also allocated correctly, slash var so this also is good, slash tmp so this too good. So now I am opening the terminal to check the memory and swap space. So first df-kh will give you all the mount points, which list down all the mount points. So free-m will give you the memory and swap space allocated to this virtual machine. Here you can see 16 GB memory and 25 GB swap space is allocated. So everything was fine. So also that boot files also installed in root directory. So I have not created a separate partition for boot.